Hello, my PBC family and friends. Pastor Brian here with another quick bite, living the Word. Today, our word is going to come from Psalm 97. There's a passage in here, a phrase in here, a verse in here that you'll be familiar with. It appears at least 3 times in the Psalms. But tonight, I got the opportunity. I am recording this night before you're watching this, but I got the opportunity this evening to go out on the deck for a second and just kind of enjoy some fresh air in the night sky. And just breathe in and actually get some real air in my lungs. It was beautiful. It was a precious thing. And while I was out there, we were looking at the stars and just looking at the beauty and the majesty of what God has done. And of course, Psalm 97, verse 6 popped into my head. But more than just verse 6, what follows in the following verses is that as well. So if you turn with me to Psalm 97, verse 6. We'll read that verse together real quickly, and then we'll go on past that point. It says, excuse me, sorry. It says, the heavens declare his righteousness, and all the people see his glory. That was the thing I recognized tonight when I went outside. It's just the righteousness of our God in the very heavens themselves. How he put light in the sky to pierce the darkness. It speaks directly to the righteousness of God, that the light will always overcome the darkness, that the righteousness of God is always greater than the evil of anything, of man, the world, or the enemy. God's light permeates. His righteousness reigns, and we can behold that glory. And then he goes on and says in verse 7, to kind of prove this point, confounded be all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols, worship him, all ye gods. Confounded, confused, out of sorts and disarray are those who would worship anything but the true and living God. Anything that would be a graven image, our idols, be it our checkbooks, our wallets, our governments, be it our own vain imaginations, be it the TV, be it family. Any graven image, anything that has taken the place of God, when you would choose to worship that over the true and living God, you will find nothing but confusion, disarray. You'll be discontent. But then he goes on from this and he says this in verse 8. Zion heard and was glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoiced because of thy judgments, O Lord. And this is the beautiful part. When we know the true and living God, we rejoice in all of his judgments because we know his judgments are right and true and just. And that in his judgments, he brings about his will. And then to close tonight, verse 9. For thou, Lord, art high above all the earth. Thou art exalted far above all gods. When we think about the heavens declaring our God and his righteousness, and recognize how far above our God is above all these things. Men are exploring space thinking they're going to find something. It is God who laid forth the heavens. It is God who controls the heavens and the earth. It is God who is far above all these things. So no matter what we're going through, let's remember who the true and living God is and how far above how far above everything else he is. He is one we can rest upon, rest in. Because all the fake, false, lame, graven images and idols that we would come up with will fall away. But our God reigns. I love you. We love you. God loves you. And God's got this.